Damn, we're going straight into it. No, like,
And
preparation.
now a traffic update. Currently, the autobahns between Edith and Anchorville, as well as Edith and Longport, appear to be relatively clear in both directions. However, owing to the rocket launch planned for this afternoon, the outbound route from Edith to Longley is currently backed up for 50 Salge. As this congestion is likely to escalate and repeat on the route back this evening, caution is advised for those heading to Eastern Calvert.
Next up, we have a report on the Republican Army's joint mock exercises, also scheduled for today. The presidential office states they will be done to assist Project Startaker for a prompt response to falling debris in the event of a failed launch.
It sounds like the Air Force and Army are finally on the move now that they're just under 3 hours before launch.
Yes. Evidently, we can no longer take these joint mock exercises at face value. Kendra, Judith.
Can't blame them for getting lost in their heads after everything they heard.
In any event, time is of the essence right now. We ought to thank the good inspector for expediting our transit.
Yeah. This baby'll let us zip down south along the Autobahn. Speed limits be damned. Just gotta make it back to Edith by around 11.
Yeah, we really gotta speed run, because we gotta find Agnes quickly as possible. We're gone out of Anchorville. And the countdown is still going, isn't it? Melchior's back. That's not good.
The first Grimcat and that old master who made an appearance here are also in the mix, evidently. Oh, and about that other assistant of yours, Epstein's great-granddaughter. I wonder if she's with them too.
You can explain, can't you, Mom?
Yes. But keep in mind that these are my mother's affairs. All I can offer is either hearsay or my own guesswork. This much I can say for sure, though. She, Professor Hamilton, and Agnes's grandmother shared a close-knit relationship. Nearly 6 decades ago, my mother lived in the capital as an orphan. Crime was so rampant back then that by the age of 12, she was already a habitual pickpocket and burglar. It was then that she snuck into the home of a certain somebody. That somebody was none other than Sheena Dirk, the hero of the Democratic Revolution, over 70 years old and long retired from the world of politics. She played on her piano a melody that drew my mother in, ridding her of all notions of thievery. A series of events later, the two had bridged their multi-generational divide, becoming close friends. From what I gather, it was through Sheena's instruction that my mother discovered a new side of herself as a chansonnier. Not long after, Professor Epstein arrived from Le Mans State at the Republican government's invitation. They had brought him in to design Trion Tower, during which time he stayed at Sheena's residence. In order to select and survey potential locations for the tower's construction, he had my mother, who was familiar with the capital, act as his guide. Shortly thereafter, His disciple Latoya and foster daughter Lilia also came to join him in the Republic. Though this threw my mother off at first, she and the girls soon took to one another, and before long, a site for the tower was decided. As a reward for her help, Professor Epstein gifted my mother the Phantanox Compact. If I had to guess, that little transformation tool may have been created using the same technology he used to work on the Genesees. That's likely the reason it reacts to them every now and again. In any case, my mother accepted the compact despite her hesitation, kicking off our family tradition of working double lives. As for Latoya, Lilia, and the professor, they continued to keep in touch even after returning to Lamont State. 2 years later, however, word of Professor Epstein's death suddenly reached Sheena and my mother. My mother then took a horse-drawn carriage to Lamont and reunited with Lilia and Latoya. The loss of the professor resulted in much turmoil, and amidst it all, my mother was tasked by Latoya and Lilia with bringing the latter back to Calvert in secret. Lilia was then taken into Sheena's household, spending several years with her under a different surname. When Sheena eventually passed at the age of 80, Lilia, with my mother's aid, learned to fend for herself at 18 and began living on her own.
Jesus.
From then until the day Lilia left this world at age 46, she and my mother supposedly remained the best of friends. And included in their circle, I'd wager, was Latoya Hamilton, the only one of the 3 disciples who knew the truth.
Yes. This was like near the end of Act 1. She went there by herself. Yep. The meeting was confirmed. That's why we need to hurry before the rocket starts.
Thanks, Mom. We'll hear the rest straight from Grammy's mouth.
As you ought to. Both as her granddaughter and the grim cat of today.
Oh, good. You're still here. I think you'll appreciate what I've brought.
Aha! Might that be?
A lifesaver is what it is. About time we hit the road then.
We'll have Giordano give us a lift back to the capital once we've made sure those vestiges didn't leave any nasty surprises behind.
We can fill Bormati in on the details too, so you guys just focus on getting to Agnes, okay?
Me? I plan on hitching a ride myself, right after my checkup at noon. Anything to vamoose before those debt collectors catch my to lend you kiddos a helping hand.
God damn it.
I'm still not quite following, but basically, you've got important business to attend to back in Edith, right? Safe travels. Let's hang out again the next time you're in the area, Reset.
What my asswipe of a dad does means F all to me. The Oathbreaker pulling his smarmy nose out of our crap, though? Now that was a twist.
No kidding.
Well then, with the face beneath the mask confirmed, it's my cue to pack it in and bow out. Don't take this as your reward for the 4 SPG. But I'll keep an eye on these parts in case those dregs try to pull a fast one. For today, at least.
Guy must have had some hang-ups from his old job at the Order of the Moonlight Horse. Anyway, sounds like the other enforcers are in the wings, so we'll let him play sentry in the meantime. On that note, it's a small surprise you opted to tag along with us.
Hardly. I'm pretty positive Ix already skipped town anyway.
She's part of our group now. She's in it for the long haul.
Besides, you put a lot of work in for my request. I've got to make that up to you on some level.
Yeah? In that case, the more the merrier.
A girl of integrity after all, I see.
We're happy to have the extra firepower, too.
Definitely. Right now, getting to Agnes and Renne takes precedence. Bad news, though. Both of their Zyphus are completely isolated from the network. The only explanation that comes to mind is that they're in some kind of special, signal-restricting environment.
That figures.
It's the same with Grammy. But that aside, Catra...
You holding up okay about your own grandma?
I am. Finding out Kevin has been after her all this time did come as a shock, obviously. But she has more than a few allies, and my gut tells me Swin and them have their own plans brewing. That being said, I'm not exactly accepting of everybody on her side.
Catra...
The particulars elude us. That is, until you can inquire about them directly.
My thoughts exactly. I have a hunch we'll get a chance to make contact after the launch is over. One way or another. Young and Essie are probably ready to act too, so... all I can do now is stick to the Spriggan way.
Listen to you, talking the talk.
He's handling this better than I thought, to be honest.
Do allow us to assist when it comes time to walk the walk, as it were.
Yeah. Besides, this is Professor Hamilton we're dealing with. No way she doesn't have her reasons. But first, we need to meet with Agnes and Dominique and see what they know.
No need to tell us twice.
You said it! This time, I'm gonna be the one grilling Grammy for a change.
Bormati's already on the case, so a lead is sure to follow soon.
Jack and Hal caught me up a bit ago. Sounds like things have gone upside down and sideways. That aside, I was able to pinpoint the limousine that picked up Agnes and company late last night. They seem to have made their way into the presidential office in the Von Tai district, but there hasn't been any other movement since.
Oh, we really need to get in contact with them, but they might be in a remote location.
It's just been one bombshell after another this entire call. When Inspector DeSwanee reported the Anchorville case is more or less closed, we figured that was that. But then he ordered me to work together with you. And now, here I am patching into some confidential secret share-a-thon. To be honest, I'm with the Inspector on this one. CID's gone way out of line. They've been keeping this whole ulterior motive behind the space program under wraps from not only the public, but regular law enforcement too.
Not even the public knows what the space program is really capable of.
Putting civilians under lock and key just tops it all off, even if one of them's the president's daughter. That's enough excuse to help out a bit until the Inspector can make it back. But only within the bounds of the law, got it? I'm not looking to lose my badge here.
Oh man, things are going to be a lot of preparation. But we really need to find the location first and surge in. It's a risk that we're willing to take before the space program launches.
To put it mildly, yes. Though we weren't counting on you all returning so quickly.
Late last night, an orb mail came in from Agnes and Renne saying they were back in the capital. But when they didn't respond to us all morning, alarm bells started going off in our heads.
Huh. So they ignored their friends?
That's right. Just have a look for yourself.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. No interference, even while under shard soundproofing. Alright, this should do. Sorry, Odette. You too, Albert. I did try to send this directly to Van at first, but the main channels around the capital are completely blocked off. So I decided to use a land bypass instead. Please deliver this video to Van and them if possible. They should be arriving from Anchorville right about now. For the moment, try visiting Monmar in the 8th District. Oh yes, and let me give you the address of his go-to informant.
You really prepared this with a fucking phone call.
At the moment, I'm being confined in a corner of the presidential office. But although they've placed me in a room devoid of any terminals or network access, it does have, if nothing else, a security camera. And thanks to a little trick I had up my sleeve, I was able to hijack it and send you this message. Oh, and don't worry, no one's been rough with me in the slightest. They even provided me with a luxurious breakfast this morning. In all likelihood, they're planning to set me free just as soon as this afternoon's rocket launch has concluded.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. We need to find you now.
My apologies, though. I was separated from Agnes and Dominique last night. It seemed as though they had some sort of discussion with the president, but I wasn't able to catch it on the interior surveillance system. Also, while I hate to say this where Judith can hear, there's definitely something going on with Dominique. Judging by a rather disquieting exchange between her and Kincaid, could it be that she has a connection to Professor Hamilton? What's more, those white replicas are apparently the professor's work. I'm still wrapping my head around it, but it must be doubly hard on you, Catra.
How did she figure this out by herself? Unless someone came in contact with her, like the morning of.
Now, on to the main concern. I don't believe Agnes has been taken very far away. To start, the president has no plans to leave Edith. That would suggest he is seeing his plans through from somewhere in the vicinity. You may think, if not here in the presidential office, then perhaps the ruling party's headquarters, or else the capital's garrison, which you've previously visited. Wrong on both counts. It's bound to be a confidential location beyond the likes of either of those. For example, a place easily accessible from the head of state's official residence and capable of sustaining attacks from weapons of mass destruction. Ah, here's a shot in the dark. Maybe the presidential office has an underground sector of sorts. I doubt I can keep the wool pulled over their eyes for much longer, so this'll have to end here. Be seeing you soon.
Jesus, giving out that much info within one phone call is crazy.
And don't forget the birthday party arrangements. Agnes's presents won't get themselves.
What a fucking smart-ass girl, holy.
It's a little early, but lunch is ready.
I ordered something quick and filling to eat. Can't head into battle with no fuel in the tank.
We asked them to make enough to go around, so feel free to have as much as you want.
Good food is necessary.
Never seen you rush out this soon after coming home.
But I can tell it's for a good reason. No sense holding you up with my rambling then. Dinner will be on the table tonight too, so you best not miss it.
Got it. Appreciate you looking out for us.
We'll make sure to bring our appetites.
You've got something special cooking to commemorate the launch, right? Can't wait to see how it pairs with a nice stiff drink.
I'm still a little concerned about Yorda, but she does seem to be looking healthier now. As I said this morning, though, don't go pushing yourself too hard. Can you promise me that?
Fine, whatever. And, thanks again.
You're very welcome. And thank you too, Elaine, for looking after her.
Not at all. She's been a great asset to us in return.
Yume and I will be heading out soon, but don't be afraid to call if anything comes up, okay? I'd also like to settle on a time for Agnes's birthday party sooner rather than later.
Yeah, definitely.
Assuming we're fast enough, you'll be able to ask her yourself this evening.
I shall assist however I can as well, once a decision is reached.
Count me in too. With her school friends on the guest list, it'll probably be a full house.
Van?
What's wrong, Humes?
Oh, nothing. It's just, you still haven't figured out a present for Agnes yet, right? I'll help you pick something, but you gotta come back so we can go together.
Sounds good to me. We can even load your bicycle up in the truck and bring it with.
Yeah.
Not much longer now.
Excuse me, Van? Sorry to ask while your hands are so
Fucking
clearly full,
Maxim, we don't have time
mind
for
if we
you.
chat a bit?
Aaron, catch.
Christ.
Long as it's quick.
We have
Could have sworn you were supposed to be in Farbad, though.
The event ended yesterday, so I caught an airliner back here this morning. The thing is, well, I'm just about to go to a launch viewing in the 3rd District with Yume and Paulette. She and Victor already gave me their blessings on this, but basically I plan on telling Yume about me being her father today.
Holy.
Maybe I'm jumping the gun, though. What do you think? Is it too soon?
I'd say it's a great idea. You go for that gold, Mr. Champ.
Fine then, just hit it, run it down mid, and see if you win. But now's not the time for that, unfortunately. We gotta hurry the fuck up.
Hey! Albert! Odette!
Oh, thank goodness! You were able to meet up with the Spriggan!
Give me a break. You don't get to act all surprised after that call you made right before we boarded the train.
The way you pretended everything was fine just made it even more obvious it wasn't.
That's why, after discussing between ourselves, the 3 of us decided to cancel our trip. We figured that maybe there was something we could do to help.
We knew forces on our side, but what are they gonna do?
Then they came to hound me about it, so I went ahead and brought them here. Could be they're just not willing to turn their backs on this. I know I can't when it comes to Renne.
Well, duh! Agnes and us are tight! Just think of how hard we worked on the school festival together.
Oh, Lyle. You weren't even on the festival committee. I guess being classmates gives you an in, though.
We'll stay out of this if you don't need any more hands on deck, but otherwise, all you have to do is give the word.
Got such trustworthy friends on your side. Up to the bitter end. Ah, Christ. We need to execute this mission. Christ, Nate. Now's not the time to be panicking right now. Panic! Everyone, don't panic!
It's launch day, but there aren't that many people in Von Tai, huh?
They aren't running any live streams on those vehicles either. But it sounds like the other districts are still packed.
Could be we'll spot some familiar faces. We ought to take a look around.
Scheisse.
Right.
We also gotta make sure we have gear for our other characters. Because it does seem like we cannot be able to access them.
Come on, let's go see it!
I just hope that's the case, isn't it?
I take great pride in my culinary creations. Do come and...
Christ Primo.
Have a taste of my gourmet offerings. Your
Bread
tongue will thank you.
Of the Earth Tacos.
Damn you, Shino. Where do you even get that stuff?
They're gonna have every security ready for us to make sure we don't interfere with the rocket launch no matter what. And they're gonna definitely make sure this rocket launch is up to snuff. It's the last destination before the real shit begins. Scheisse.
Check out Eddie's deals on wheat.
Putting all our important NPC baskets here is crazy.
What's it gonna be? Later. What's it gonna be? Later.
Oh boy. It's a lot of stuff I gotta do off screen for sure. It's gonna be the toughest thing I ever do.
Search time.
Yeah, speaking up, is there a portal around here?
Let's do a search.
Gotta be, right? Surely they wouldn't just not
Performing
leave a
shard
portal around
search.
here, right?
Could the goddess be
Last
up
time we
there?
went. There we go.
There you are.
Reward deposited.
Epstein?
Thought I'd never... Just made off toward Longline last I heard. She figured she wouldn't be able to get in touch with you anymore. So here I am to pass her message along.
Who the heck is this?
Name's Yona Sacred.
What?
Deputy Development Chief at the Epstein Foundation's Crossbell branch.
Wait, what the heck? Yona Sacred got fucking... Wait, got a voice change? Did puberty started to hit him? Two lines and he's actually had fucking puberty hit. Goddamn. Oh man, there's a 9th domain. We gotta do it.
Even should you forge ahead into the 9th domain, you will find that its innermost depths have already been sealed off. For Professor Novartis, you see, has sequestered himself within to conduct his final analyses on the abyss's contents. That key, however, can be used to open the forbidden door, though doing so will like as not require the aid of the Foundation.
Avatars, huh? Oh boy. Alright then. That makes sense why we can't use them. There's no reason why they should go here if they're that busy. Hold up on that.
Let's do a search.
Scheisse. We're in a bit of a struggle right now.
I wonder what it's like.
Senator Ryan. How far are we now? Okay. Let's check a bit of the Grim Garden. I don't think we'll be able to do the Grim Garden much. But we will check in. And then we're gonna have to leave. So everything's all empty here.
Might as well if we're already teaming up in the real world. Waiting around by myself would be kinda boring. Plus, my bit as a guardian's done, so I've got no more orders on that end. Feels a little weird logging in as part of the hero party, though. Sure, whatever. You clearly need the help.
Yeah, everyone's not here. Everyone's just too busy. Reed's and Kevin's groups who have reached the climaxes of their own scenarios will now appear in the Sanctum or Garden events. They should participate in clearing the domains. Alatina, Lapis, and Toe will provide their usual in their avatar form. Yorda has been registered as a Garden Party member. Receive all of Yorda's costumes. Let me do this first.
Have you come to unravel the wisdom within? All right, let's begin. Ah, here we are.
Alrighty.
This is a magnificent hall.
There's still stuff that we still haven't gotten yet, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not gonna conquer the garden, we're just gonna see what's here. It's very bad for us, unfortunately, because like we are kinda unprepared. We still have one more memento orb that we still gotta get. Let me just redeem these, just so we could just have them out of the way. This effect would have been so useful during the rain fight. Oh well. And in Katra too. This is what was needed from the first two games, to make sure we didn't go through like forgetful stuff of the Connect events, because people hate FOMO, and FOMO does suck. So yeah, I could tell our group is smaller down because of this situation.
Okay, let's check your agenda.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks.
My gratitude.
Unfortunately, there are gem cards. I need more of those. I have no access to that, sadly. Thank God for this.
You can count on me for support.
Onyx Steel.
Let's get you prepared. You can't go wrong with any of these.
Ooh. This will be the most vital thing for us, the Onyx Steels. Especially for the finale such as this. I'm gonna save. Oh, you can even forge it further. Oh man. How do you get an Onyx Steel?
Thanks. Here's our selection.
Oh, that fucking sucks, bro. That really sucks. Oh wait, you can. You need a lot of U material. Yep, you need a lot of U material. True gladiator belt, true macho belt. Oh man. You're not making this easy for me, are you? Alright.
Thanks! Item services then? You can do all sorts of things. You can't go wrong with any of these. Thanks! Improvements complete.
Oh boy.
Go for it! Be careful out there.
Man, there's a lot of stuff I really gotta do. Scheisse. Alright. I think what I'm gonna do is...
Shock one up. Shock one up.
We're gonna do some real preparation ahead of time. Think that's for the best. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys all next time as we conclude the main story, or the final act. And yeah, anyway,